Learn making 2D game as a Unity beginner.
On day one, I mainly focused on character art design and basic role mechanics. I'm not very experienced in this area, so it actually took me around 2 hours just to get the animations done. I also made a mistake. My animations weren't centered. Everything was shifted to the left, with a lot of empty space on the right. You might be wondering why the animations need to be centered in the first place. Well, if your 2D animations aren't centered properly, flipping the animation later using Sprite Render Taunt Flip X can cause problems. The character might look offset or move weirdly when facing the opposite direction. So yeah, make sure your character is always centered when you're creating animations. Don't make the same mistake as me. Because of that, I ended up spending another hour just fixing the size and positioning. After importing your animation, you might notice that it looks blurry. To fix this, set your sprites to point, no filter. Turn off compression, keep the pixels per unit consistent. Avoid scaling up your pixel art, and use a uniform size like 32 or 64 for all your assets. Then, after setting all of these up, create a new script called Player Logic Script, and save it in your scripts folder. Inside the script, I coded the movement using keyboard input. When pressing WASD, the character moves up, left, down, and right. To prevent diagonal movement from becoming faster when pressing multiple keys, I used normalize. However, I made a mistake during this process. The next morning, when I woke up and watched a tutorial on YouTube, I realized I had actually been doing the input system the wrong way. So later on, I switched from keyboard.current to Unity's input action system. Then I created actions like move using a vector 2 and run as a button. Then connected everything using the player input component. To connect the input action system to my script, I changed my code to this. In the start function, I used Gncomponentst player input to get the player input component attached to the character, allowing the script to access the input action system. Inside update, the script continuously reads the movement input as a vector 2, which represents directions like up, down, left, and right. I also used denormalized to make sure diagonal movement isn't faster than moving in a single direction. After that, I also added left shift as a run input in the input action system. So when I press it, the character moves faster and plays a running animation. And when I release it, the running animation stops. For the animation part, I ran into a few problems like flickering and animations flashing after they finished. I fixed these by turning on loop time, since without it, the animation would only play once. To control the animation flow, I defined two main parameters in the animator window: speed and is running. These variables act as the bridge between my C# script and the visual animations. The animator graph visualizes the character's behavior through different states. The player idle state is the default entry point. From there, I have states for player walking and player running. To connect the animation states, I just right-clicked on a state, selected Make Transition, and connected it to another animation. After that, I clicked on the transition arrow and added conditions in the inspector. For example, when speed is greater than 0.1, the character switches from idle to walking. I also used the isRunning boolean to handle the running animation. When it's set to true, the character changes from walking to running. Lastly, I turned off hasExit time so the animations could switch instantly and feel more responsive to the player's input. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Also, don't forget to like the video and follow my Instagram. To make the character face the correct direction, I used Sprite Renderer.flipX to flip the animation based on the player's movement. When the player moves to the right, the animation flips, and when moving to the left, it switches back. And here is the final result.
Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe my channel also. See you on the next video.